the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, including the National Assembly, and creating awareness on the Union's demand for the implementation of the FCT Civil Service Commission, which was passed into law over 2 years. You may all wish to kindly recall that our last press conference delivered on the 30th of April 2018 on the subject matter, the review of Order 1 of 2012 and the restructuring of FCTA. Then we felt the review was long overdue and the need to restructure FCTA became inevitable. Our conviction then was that the review of Order 1 of 2004 and the consequent restructuring would in no small measure foster equity, justice, as well as promote efficiency in the service delivery and improved working condition of staff in the various SDAs under the FCT administration. It was indeed a huge relief when the National Assembly, acting to the voice of staff of FCTA, by enacting, passing into law, and gazetting, with the consent of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the FCT Civil Service Commission since 2018. You will agree with me that this is the 3-year down the line. The big question is, why has it been difficult to implement till date? The FCT Civil Service Commission was created by an act of Parliament, was just like the Federal Civil Service Commission and those of the State Civil Service Commission, with primary responsibility of 1. Appointment, 2. Promotion, 3. Discipline, otherwise known as APD. Within the Federal Capital Territory, the implication of the establishment of the FCT Civil Service Commission is that the sole responsibility of the Commission, which is APD, has been highlighted above, is taken out of the Department of Human Resources Management. The advantage of this is that promotion will be regular. Appointment will be done in line with the public service rule. Disciplinary cases will be handled with dispatch. And the Department of Human Resources Management will be equivalent to the head of service of the Federal Capital Territory. Presently, the Department of Human Resources is overstretched despite its weak structure, with duties traditionally performed by the head of service and the Civil Service Commission in other states. The advantage of bringing on board the Civil Service Commission of the FCT include APD, appointment, promotion, and discipline will be handled promptly. There will be expansion of bureaucracy and career advancement and progression. The Department of Human Resources will now operate fully and effectively as the office of the head of service of FCTA, with the following implications: handling rules and regulations, posting, policies, establishment matters, staff welfare and training, labor, productivity and industrial relations, and more importantly, the career management of FCTA staff will be put in proper shape. It should be observed that all the aforementioned will further enable creation of additional secretariat, department, and career advancement. Prospect for the Federal Capital Territory Administration personnel. We are talking about the staff. As unions, we at this point wish to charge the Honorable Minister of FCT and his team to respect the great effort put together by the 8th National Assembly and the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by immediately effecting the implementation of the FCT Civil Service Commission. The position of the Honorable Minister of FCTA by Nigerian Constitution is a delegated authority by the President and the Commander-in-Chief. Hence, it is not expected to be redelegated, especially not when it involves the implementation of law and policies. Besides, we were reliably informed that the Speaker of the House of Representatives opined that FCT is a state, and we make bold to state categorically, especially at this point in time, that they should be treated as such by immediately implementing the FCT Civil Service Commission without any delay. Let it be clearly stated, without any ambiguity, that we make this humble request to the Honorable Minister and his team in good faith and with good conscience, on the conviction that if it is good to be made law, it is equally good for implementation, sir. We also wish to kindly reiterate that establishing this law and restructuring of the FCT administration in line with what obtains in other states of the Federation will promote the accelerated development of FCT in accordance with collective aspiration and stakeholders and co-builders in nation building. At this point in time, in addition to the FCT Civil Service Commission, I wish to reiterate as follows some of the issues that are presently hindering the progress of FCTA. We have problems like implementation of this FCT Civil Service Commission in line with Order 1 of 2004. Removal of all FCTA staff from the Accountant General IPs now. Yes. Immediate release of 2018 promotion areas of the Area Service Commission. Number 4, release all pending cases of staff conversion, upgrading, and advancement, which has been lingering since as far back as 2012. The implication of this is that most of the people affected have lost their seniority. Most of the people affected have lost promotion, not 1, not 2. Number 5, non-negotiable payment of 2016 balance, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020 promotion areas. Yes. Is it not absurd that when you promote people and you tell the union to go and beg them that there is no money, let them exercise patience, and they will patiently agree with you with the mind that by the next budget it will be put appropriately in the budget. After you have wasted about 5, 6, 7 years, you will come back and say you cannot pay promotion arrears. No agreement today, no agreement tomorrow, no agreement today, no agreement tomorrow. We want to say unequivocally at this point that any administration that will not pay promotion arrears will not see good productivity from FCT administration is still owing staff. We don't know what they have done with that money. Number 7, ensuring regular payment / transfer of National Housing Fund deduction and remittance to NHF with payment schedule. Since all of us gain employment into FCTA, we have been contributing into the purse of NHF. Apart from the fact that we don't have good accommodation, even when the mass housing came on board, we cannot access loan because when we approach the National Housing Fund, they will tell us that our deduction is not with them, that there is no schedule to show how much that we have contributed. As such, we cannot even take advantage of a policy that is being run within FCT. Number 8, filling all the vacant directorate position and confirmation of all acting directors who have stayed beyond 6 months. Comrade, is always a war in this kind of environment where people will be appointed to act. The rule is clear about acting. You should, within 6 months, change the person, or after 6 months, you confirm the person. It's only in FCTA that people serve in acting capacity for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, and even in some cases up to 10 years. Is that not painful? Painful. And when it's time to confirm them, they begin to speak BB grammar. Number 11, non-payment of minimum wage arrears to interns in HSS. Sorry, no, that's number 9. Number 10, conduct/release 2021 staff promotion now. And let it be said clearly that even if it's 1 month arrears, by the grace of God, we will collect it. Yes, sir. Number 11, implementation of skipping policy for the newly employed entitled staff of HHSS. Number 12, payment of balance of skipping arrears to beneficiaries in HHSS. Release of staff canteen and provide alternative staff canteen in FCTA. Is it not shameful that we only go to our neighbor, we only go to our tenant, Federal Ministry of Agric, to have a good meal? Sometimes we need to go as far back as ages to go and eat at the corner. Several times our staff fall ill because we have not been able to properly monitor what they eat. When you go around and even look at the way and manner at which this food in question are being prepared, you will feel sorry for FCT staff. Number 15, casualization of workers in FCTA. it has been said clearly, according to labor law, that it is a crime to casualize any staff. But up to now, casual is being kept in our secretariat like Transport Secretariat, Water Board, AEPB, and etc. But when it's time to employ, after these people have spent nothing less than between 5 years to 10 years, they are still not good for employment. But they are good for casualization. They are good to collect allowance, stipends that are far below what the federal government has recommended as the minimum wage. Is it not sad?
Very sad.
Staff participation in the staff housing policy in FCTA. It is no longer news that in FCT people employed right from 1998 to date are still struggling with accommodation. We are aware that there are several policies and programs on housing in FCTA, but yet staff of FCTA are not keen in. They don't even have adequate information, and their union is not being carried along. When we are not carried along, it has become an abracadabra. Number 16, Domestication of Medical Stroke Residency Training Act and Funding, otherwise known as MRTA of 2017. And finally, we want enforcement of compulsory pre-retirement leave and training for all retiring staff of FCTA. It is only officers that are not director that they find a way to force to go to 3-month retirement, compulsory retirement leave. But when it comes to the directors, they said they should serve in their office. We didn't make this law. They made the law. And we are saying at this point that they should obey the law. That is why our operation from this point onward, until our demands are met, their operation respect the law. Comrade, operation
respect the law.
Comrade, operation
Respect the law.
Comrade, operation
Respect the law.
Any management that will not respect the law being put in place by our National Assembly, any management that will not respect the law that is being consented to by the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will not be respected. It will not be respected by staff of FCTA. On this note, I wish to call on all staff of FCTA, by the power conferred on me, I, Comrade Oluwakorede Matilukuro, on your behalf, today, I make declaration that with effect from tomorrow, 1st of April, we are where there is public holiday on Friday and Monday. We will go and enjoy our public holiday. We will resume back here on Tuesday and continue the warning strike, and even on Wednesday. To this effect, I hereby declare a 3 days warning strike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
However, I want to call the attention of all staff of FCTA that as you go back to your office today, inform your bosses. I'm sure they are hearing us.
Yes, sir.
They will read it from papers and watch it on television right from this night. But let me remark that we must all come to the office. We will come in, write our name, and gather like this and sing solidarity song until our demands are met. Yes. We are going to continue to do this for another 3 days, which will last on Wednesday next week. At the close of work, by Wednesday next week, if our demands are not met, then the warning strike will be transformed to an indefinite strike.